Let's cross to correspondent Nadine Theron in Cape Town. Nadine, what more do we know?
Well, firstly, we know that around 120 South African, some of them members of Cyril Ramaphosa's security detail, and the rest of them are South African journalists. They were stuck on a plane for around 26 hours without additional food or water supplied by the airport in Poland. They were stuck at the Spat airport in Warsaw, and they were only allowed to disembark from the plane 2 hours ago. And according to the Polish government, who released a statement, that's because they did not have the sufficient permits required. And of course, the presidential security unit did bring weapons with them. So the Polish government also says that there are people on board the plane who the South African government did not organize permission for. And this is despite 3 meetings between Poland and South Africa to organize a smooth transport through Poland. And it's interesting because yesterday, President Cyril Ramaphosa visited Poland and spoke to Poland's president, and now his own security detail and journalists are not allowed to disembark to continue to Ukraine. So what's going to happen is they will probably meet up with the president in Russia, his next stop. But in the meantime, they haven't even been allowed into the airports. Journalists are very upset, and the head of President Cyril Ramaphosa's security unit, General Wally Roda, has accused the Polish government of being racist. He says they did have all the permits required.
So a feud between pro-Ukraine Poland and South Africa, which has a bit of a balancing act. The United States has been upping the pressure on Ramaphosa. And arguably for him, when he goes to St. Petersburg Saturday, he's going to have to be keeping an eye on how it plays both domestically and in Washington.
Yes, this has already caused a diplomatic row between Poland and South Africa because Poland is one of the Ukraine's obviously biggest supporters, and South Africa is investigating those allegations that the country has supplied arms to Russia. Those allegations were made by the U.S. ambassador, who said he could bet his life on it. And there are some other evidence that have been circulated by the official opposition. Speaking of the official opposition, the Democratic Alliance, one of its leaders, is currently in the U.S. and he's lobbying for the U.S. to allow South Africa to renew its membership to the AGOA, the African Growth and Opportunity Act agreement, the duty-free trade agreement that South Africa has with the U.S. He says he's worried that South Africa might lose in this deal and the U.S. might not renew it. But it is a bit strange that it's the opposition lobbying for this in the U.S. and not the president. But we know that President Cyril Ramaphosa hopes to show the world with this peace mission that South Africa is not, in fact, aligned with Russia. But it's going to be hard to convince the USA of this.
Nadine Theron reporting live. Many thanks for that update.